Hi, my name is Corey Minter, and I am the president of Trinity Employment Specialists. And we staff in travel nursing all over the entire nation. This is something we've been doing for about the last year. And one of the things that we always want to do is add value to job seekers and employers. But this particular video podcast thing that we're doing is just to give information to the job seeker as a nurse. The thing is a lot of the people that we place have been nurses in a hospital, but they've not ever really, they've been interested in travel nursing, but they really didn't know how to move forward with it. And the whole idea behind this is to give people information. Information or knowledge is power, and we want to be able to give you as much knowledge as you can to see if it's even a right move for you. So this is primarily for a lot of nurses who haven't done this a little bit. So the title of this is How to Make the Most Money as a Travel Nurse. And so here's some unique ideas. The good thing is that next week, this COVID thing is going to be over. I'm going to be able to have Darcel join me on this. Darcel is our resident travel nursing recruiter. She's been doing it for 20 years. She's going to give a lot more information than I'm able to, but she has endorsed all of this material here. So I'm just going over it in the middle of this COVID thing until we can get all of our office back here in our location doing this. Because right now we're having to do this social distancing thing, which some people are for and some people are probably against at this point. Not from a political standpoint, but they're just tired of it. Cabin fever. But so let's go ahead and get started with this. How to make the most money as a travel nurse. The difference between travel nursing and staff nursing pay is going to be about double. You have to do some things that are a little bit non-traditional in your employment, but the salary should be, your average salary as a nurse is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $45,000 to $55,000 a year, at least here in the state of Oklahoma. And then you're looking at around $100,000, $101,000 is the average salary if someone were to work a full 12 months in travel nursing. So the salary's double. What I like for people is, I've never had the opportunity to do this, but I would love to do this. I would love, as a business owner, and I own this business, I would love to only have to work 6 months and still make the same amount of money. That would be so cool for me. I am a guy that I have all these different hobbies that I enjoy doing. I love kayaking, I love woodworking, I hunt, I fish, I do all of these things, and I have an extreme desire to go do them. And I feel like if I could only work 6 months out of the year, or like do a month on, a month off, a month on, a month off, I would be able to take care of my family, honestly be there for my family, and then still make the same amount of money. That's the whole idea. And I think a lot of nurses are thinking this as well, especially some who have only worked staff positions. But the salary difference should be about double. The top factors that influence travel nursing pay, though, that's what you really need to think about. So overall, you should make about double. Okay, well, can you make more than double? Yeah. Why and how? Who, what, when, where, and why? I'm going to try to go over that here. The first is your location. Here's a great example. Our salary in California is about a third more than what it is here in Oklahoma. Now, there are a lot of different restrictions, regulations, all of these different things, but California makes things so difficult that the salary's just high. And you can go to California and make a whole lot more money. However, there are very few staffing firms that are interested in complying with the labor laws of California because they're much more in line with European labor laws rather than they are American labor laws. They're actually quite different. So the salary requirement is much higher, or the salary that they'll pay the nurse and the nursing agency is much higher. So it depends on where you're at in the nation. So working in a location that's a greater need for nurses as well can be a big thing, and that's a big thing in California. A lot of travel nursing agencies do not want to work there, so the need is higher, so the salary is higher. And so we have opportunities in California, and yes, we are interested in placing people there, but only in the right situation, because, like I said, the labor laws are so difficult for a lot of employers to consider. The next thing is the cost of living. If the cost of living is much lower, and you get to be kind of in charge of your cost of living, because you can live in a much nicer place. You're going to get a stipend. You can live in a much cheaper or more expensive place. It doesn't matter. Remember, I told you in almost every one of our video casts, I've mentioned this, but one of my good friends, his daughter, bought a travel trailer. Now, they're younger. They've got a little over a year of experience in nursing, and now they're traveling all over the country in a travel trailer. And let me just tell you, we do travel trailer, we do camping a lot, and it's some of the nicest places around, with cable, you're on the lake, you've got all of these nice amenities available to you. I know for us, it's only $50 a night for that. And then if you're staying longer, it's only like $300 a month. So if you're comparing that to $800 a month, which is probably a low average, well, you get to pocket that $500 extra a month. So you can see how you can play with it. The next thing is your nursing specialty. This greatly differentiates how much money you make. If you have certain specialized certifications in labor and delivery, ICU, PACU, all of these different areas, then you can get paid a whole lot more money. And the nursing agency, in this case Trinity, we would be able to pay you so much more money because the contract is going to be able to pay us a lot more money. So the more specialties that you acquire over time is going to add to your salary, especially in travel nursing. Your shift timing. So let's just cut to the chase. If you work a third shift, you're going to get paid a whole lot more. Now, there are not a lot of people that are willing and able to do this. Some people might have a family that they need to take care of. If they have young children and they don't have a spouse that can stay with them, or they're not willing to, whatever the case is, there's a much greater need for third shift. And if you are in a position where you can work third shift and you like that, I wouldn't like that at all. But there are people for some reason like it. And if you do, if you're one of those people, or if you don't mind it, you can make a lot more money with a shift differential in the third shift. Other factors that influence travel nursing pay is rapid response assignments. Listen, we just got out of one. COVID-19 was so interesting. At first, I thought COVID-19 was not going to impact our business at all. Because I thought we're going to have such a drastic need for nurses. They're going to pay a ridiculous amount for them. So here's what happened. We all were listening to the media. The media was telling us we had a ridiculous amount of people going to the hospitals. And so hospitals were reacting to that, and they literally quadrupled the rate. And we were on a search for nurses to get them out there. All these ICU nurses, respiratory techs, respiratory nurses, we were doing everything we could to get at these emergency rapid response rates. And we got some nurses out there for this. But very quickly, the hospitals realized we did not have even 1/10 of the need, so the hospitals were empty. And so rapid response rates are a big thing. Strikes, if there's a strike, same thing, price goes up. Bonuses, don't overlook the power of bonuses, because some hospitals will offer bonuses and you can take advantage of these things. Pay attention, sign up to the staffing firm's Facebook page, their Instagram. all of these different areas that which they communicate with, and you can learn when these things come available. If Trinity can help you with your travel nursing, we would love to get you into some of these higher rates. Give us a call at 918-622-2588. Ask for Darcel or Cassie, or you can visit us online at trinityemployment.com.